Hey guys, it's MisterTanooki here, back with another one of these videos, these face vlog type things. It might surprise a lot of you that it's been so long since I've done one of these, since the last one I did, the Amiibo haul, it actually turned out to be one of my most popular videos. There is a reason for that. I haven't just neglected doing it. I actually have a daily vlog channel, which I started about 56 days ago at this point, and I've consistently uploaded every single day throughout my time on that daily vlog channel. So if you're interested in seeing daily vlogs and seeing more of this type of stuff, but with a vlog camera, then go on over to that. It's Tanooki Live. Link will always be in the description of every single video, and I'll probably have a card, an annotation, whatever. You will find it, and you can also go to my channel if you go to the recommended channel section or the bit where I display my favourite channels. You'll find it as the top one on there. So it's go have a look at that if you want more stuff like this, because past this point I probably won't do stuff like this on this channel anymore. So if you're looking mainly for that stuff, go over to there. I post one every day, as well as bonus videos like Q&As and monthly recaps, is where I show best bits from every single month. So if you're interested in that sort of stuff, go check it out. I promise this video is not a chance for me to plug my vlog channel, but I just wanted to let you all know. The reason I'm filming today, though, is because Christmas was recently, and in fact, it was actually, well, yesterday. It's the 26th today. Also, I should point out, I'm not, like, sweaty. I've just had a shower, and also I'm a tiny bit hungover because I might have drunk a bit too much last night. That's not relevant, but I just want it to be known, so forgive me for any, like, I don't know, weirdness. The reason I'm doing this is Christmas was yesterday. I got a lot of gaming related stuff, and I said on my vlog channel, for those of you that watch this channel and the vlog channel, that I'm going to be doing a kind of I would say an unboxing, but they've already been unboxed really, so it's more like a haul, a gaming related haul. Now I'm only going to be doing gaming related stuff because this is my gaming channel, so if you want to see more stuff that I got, go over to the vlog channel. I've got the New Year's Eve, not New Year's Eve, that hasn't even come up yet. Stupid Daniel! The Christmas Eve and the Christmas Day vlogs already up. So go ahead and check those out. I think it will be worth a watch. It's just kind of nice to see. Anyway, I'm going to be starting with the stuff that's not games. You can see I've got a lot of games here myself. I'm going to be starting with just gaming related things. The reason for that is the games, there's a lot of them. There is a whole lot of them. So I'm going to kind of save that. But the biggest thing I got, and I mean that in the most literal sense possible, is this giant Mario. Look how huge he is in relation to my head. He is from, well, he's a World of Nintendo brand thing, I guess you could say. But he's from a place called Smith's. And he was just really cool. They had the option of the normal Mario or the Fire Mario. And I thought, why get normal Mario if you can get Fire Mario? Like, it's simple. And you can also see this nice graphics and stuff on the back. It's very cool. I'm a real big fan of this thing. I needed for the longest time like something that I could just woohoo! I needed for the longest time something that I could just display on my desk. So I'm probably going to put it like, I dropped something. So I'm probably going to display it on my desk or on the game shelf that I've got next to my desk, just to make it feel a lot more like Nintendo-y, because it does. I've got a couple of Mario posters up, but for the most part, it doesn't really feel like very gaming. It doesn't feel very Nintendo-y. Also, I don't know if you can see it, but that Space Raider box, that's, I didn't get that this year, but I just think it's really cool to point out. It's a money box, and when you, like, put money into it, it makes Space Raider sounds. Anyway, let me put that down. I might as well show the thing that I dropped. This is what I got from my sister. It's a Super Mario Brothers calendar. I didn't even know they did stuff like this, but it's very cool. You can see all the months of stuff from levels and such. So let me just try and point one out. This is, I think that's World 1, 2. I know it's a warp zone, and the only ones with warp zones are 1, 2, and 4, 2. And I think that's 1, 2, because 4, 2 takes you to World 7 at minimum, I think. I'm not sure. Anyway, that's really cool, because I'm going to display that, because as many of you know, I have a channel schedule, and as my YouTube channel is most of the stuff that I do, I think, yeah, I might as well write up all my stuff from the channel schedule onto this. And it's gaming related, so I don't know whether I'll, like, I don't have many actual events in my life, as sad as it sounds, so I don't know whether to get another calendar for, like, normal events and use this one as my YouTube one. But I really do like this. I think it's cool. I don't know where it's from, obviously, because it was a gift, but I just think it's a really, really cool thing. On the subject of the giant Mario, I got two things from the same place I got that giant Mario, and they are Pikmin dolls! They are also from Smiths. Now, one thing that bothers me straight away is the yellow and the red are actually the same height. And I know that in the games, the yellow one is canonically taller. And also, I find it kind of weird that the yellow one has the flower and the red one has the leaf, even though the yellow one's kind of useless. And I never flower them because I never use them. But I'm going to say this right now. These are cool. But I'm going to mention this now because I mentioned it on my vlog channel. Obviously, if you're not subscribed to my vlog channel, you didn't see this. I've actually got a Pikmin Let's Play coming up on the 28th. Look forward to that. This is one that's going to involve you guys. I'm going to record each episode as they come so I know what I need to do. So viewer interaction with that really does help. So I'm just letting you know that just so we can prepare for like interactions and stuff. Hello, Mr. Pikmin. Hello there. I just think they're so cool. I don't know where I'm going to display them yet. Probably somewhere near my amiibos or not. I don't think I'm going to unbox the giant Mario yet. Just because I don't really think it's going to be a lot more difficult to display if it's not in its box. That's it for the gaming related things. I've got a couple things that I could use for gaming, but they're not exactly gaming related, so I'm not going to be showing those. Onto the games. So I am a big fan this year of Wii and Gamecube games. Now, I've been trying to build up my Gamecube collection again for a long time. I want to talk about this in a future vlog, but there was a point in my life where I had so many games, like hundreds probably, and I just didn't. One day I just didn't have them, and I want to talk about that in another vlog, so I'm not going to get too much into it here. But for the longest time, I've been trying to build up my Wii and Gamecube collection. I think I've got like 50 Gamecube games and like probably about 50 Wii games as well. There wasn't any Wii U games I wanted this year because I've got a lot of them. And I would say, honestly, at the moment, my favourite console is probably the Wii U generation. And I use the Wii mostly. So you'll see a direct theme in what I'm about to show you in terms of like box art and style of games. Because I love games with nice box art. I like games of a certain wackiness, I guess you could say. The first one I want to show is one that I actually played yesterday. It's called Cell Damage. I don't know if that's actually like a famous, well-known game, but it's one that I really enjoyed. It's basically Mario Kart on crack. Basically, you take the best part of Mario Kart, which is destroying people with items, turn that into the whole game, make the game really violent, make like saws that cut people in half, turn the whole game into that, and it's amazing. It's set in like the world of like a comic book, and it's a game that I really want to let's play at some point. So I'm not going to say too much about it, but I would say definitely to go check it out. It's a very fun game. You can see I love the box art. I'm a really big fan of this box art just because it's so nice, I guess you could say. I really, really like nice box art. Alright, I went ahead and closed my curtains so you can see this slightly better. The next game I got was one that a lot of people probably will know, and I know for a fact that I mentioned this on the Christmas Day vlog up on my vlog channel, is Timesplitters 2. I also played this yesterday with my sister along with Cell Damage, although we played Cell Damage a lot more. Timesplitters 2 is basically a shooter. It's not really a platformer, but it's like a story-based shooter. Great art style, great story, and honestly, really good gameplay. I'd say it really holds up. The whole idea of it is you go back in time and you collect like things called time crystals. And I know that there's a Timesplitters 1 on the PlayStation 1 and there's a Timesplitters 3, which I also think is on the Gamecube. So I want to play Timesplitters 1 before I play this. Now, I played this a lot before, and I played it a lot as a kid, but I never, ever played Timesplitters 1. I know that my sister had it on her PlayStation 1 when we were both younger, but I never really played it. I only really saw her play it, and she wasn't very good. Sorry, sister. So I want to definitely let's play this at some point. Basically, you can say a majority of the games I've got here are ones that I want to let's play in the future. But honestly, the worst part about having Christmas is the fact you've got to put everything away, and I can never find places to put things where it looks nice and tidy and stuff. Next one I got was one that a lot of people will know because it's a well-known brand. That is Resident Evil 4. Now, I'm very skeptical with horror games because the one thing I'm bad with is getting scared. And in games where the whole goal is to encapsulate you into this kind of imaginary world and get you to relate to the character, for you to be scared is very, very hard to do, but it can be very effective when it's done right. So I'm really bad with horror in games. I can handle horror in movies to a certain extent, but horror in games just like, no. I played Dead Space before, and I got like up to the bit where like the spider-based enemies got up to that, and I was like, no, not happening, no more. So that was kind of difficult, but I've heard that this is more story-based, and I don't mind that. Because, you know, if it's going to scare me, I might as well get a good story out of it. So I don't really mind that. I know Resident Evil as well is also a kind of shooter game. So, you know, you can expect some violence for that. Next one I got is a game that a lot of people probably won't know. I should point out this one's pre-owned, so the case is pretty tattered. But this is a game called Reign of Fire. And what I understand is basically a game you play as a dragon. And I'm like, didn't need to know any more than that. Play as a dragon, you got me. I can't remember ever playing as a dragon before. I know there's one game, but I can't think of the name where you do play as a dragon. Really, honestly, don't know the name. I mean, you would be able to if Ridley was in Super Smash Bros. But, you know, that's not relatable. So I'm really excited to play that. I'm going to try that out. Probably do that for a one-off. I've got to say, though, the disc does look really nice, actually. One thing I always say about GameCube-based era games is that the discs are always nice, and the box art is always nice. But I love... No, they never do this anymore. They never, ever do this anymore. It really annoys me. I know that I've mentioned it in a gaming video before. They never have nice booklets anymore. I love gaming booklets. They're like my favourite part. They encapsulate me in the whole gaming experience. But here's a game that does have a nice booklet, and I'm going to show you the booklet. The Tasmanian Tiger. Oh, yes, and here is the disc. Very beautiful disc. I've got to say, one of my favourite games on the GameCube. I probably played it the most out of all my platformer games, but probably not the most out of all my games. Because I never completed it, which is why I want to Let's Play it at some point. And this is the first game, so I can pretty much get into this right now if I wanted to. This will probably come sometime next year, alongside another project. But I mentioned this in the... for those of you that have been around since the original MisterTanooki channel, I mentioned this in Star Road Versus number 1, back on that channel, saying that I think I compared Jordan to a lot of the Australian things in the game. It's essentially like a tiger who goes around platforming, and in Australia, it's really good. It's a really solid platformer. It's wacky. It's not something you expect from, you know, that. You think it'd be like really badass by the look at that, but no, it's really wacky platforming. It's really, really fun, and I'm really excited to play that again because, like I said, it was one of my favourite games. Next up, actually, maybe I should show I'm going to show the first one of this first, because the game I just got was a sequel to another game that I got for Christmas. So the first game I got is Epic Mickey. Now, I have heard a lot about this game. Some people say it's bad, some people say it's good, but it's a platformer. It looks really interesting. It looks very... it looks like it's got interesting mechanics, so that's why I wanted to try it out. And I love platformers. Like I said, I love wacky platformers, and I think the box art is just good. And anything that takes place in the Disney universe, I'm just on. So I hope it's got like Disney princesses and stuff in it, like Kingdom Hearts does. But I like that. And on the subject of that, you can probably guess what the next game I'm going to show you is Epic Mickey 2. The Power of 2. There's 2 of them. There's power of both of them. Power of 2. It's a sequel to the game Mickey 2. Pretty much all you got to say. Looks interesting. I think that's the one a lot of people say isn't very good. But again, I want to Let's Play them both at some point. Like I said, a lot of the stuff here you can see I'm going to Let's Play. This game I'm so excited about. Now, I mentioned this so much in Metroid Other M. I compared it to the perceptions people have of Metroid Other M in comparison to the Metroid series, and compared it to the perception people have of this game in the Starfox series. It is, of course, Starfox Adventures. Yes, 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 indeed. Now, I want to point this out. On my vlog channel a lot, I mention a lot about a couple game companies where I get really cheap games that if you were to go on Amazon, for like just pre-owned copies you get for about £50–80. I got this one for £8 from a game company. Now, if you go to my vlog channel, I always mention about where to get cheap games. So if you're in the UK and you find that interesting, go ahead and check that out. But my perception of the Star Fox series is I've really enjoyed this game. I got up to the... Oh god, where did I get up to? I think I got up to that level, which I don't think is very far into it, but the one where they start throwing barrels down the hill, which is the moon base or something like that. Just after the snow level, I believe it was, or the volcano level. Whichever comes first, that volcano level or the barrel level. I think they're both the same level, but I got up to like a volcano, I think, I'm pretty sure. But I definitely remember the barrel throw-in. My perception of this is it's a very good game. It's not what people expect from a Star Fox game, but it holds up very well on its own. I will Let's Play that at some point, and in fact, this will definitely be probably one of the first that I Let's Play. This might actually come up alongside Ty the Tasmanian tiger. I was looking at another game I've got on the shelf, and that's what confused me. Next one is one that a lot of people will definitely know. This is Okami! This is probably one of my most requested games to Let's Play, and it's one that I was actually going to buy online for like £40. But then I found out, look at that disc, by the way. I haven't even looked at the disc yet. I haven't even looked at any of these discs. And that is actually like probably one of the most beautiful box art I've ever seen on the disc. That is absolutely beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And this one just comes with a booklet as well. This was only £10 in comparison to the 40 on one of these cheap game stores that I go to. So again, if you go to the vlog channel, you'll find more of those. They also have their own website, so that might be interesting. This isn't sponsored, which is why I'm not saying their name. But I'm not that impressed with the box art. Like, you know, the art there is very good, but inside it's just kind of black and white. I assume that's like the style of the game, and that's why they've done it. But I'm not really sure. I know the Chugga Conroy Let's Played it, but I haven't watched it. I don't really watch his videos. Sorry, guys. So I don't really know much of what he Let's Plays. The last one I watched of his was Pikmin 3, and that's only because I was playing Pikmin at the time. Okay, so next one I got is a game that not a lot of people know, but it was one of the first games I got for the Wii, actually. It was released in 2008. It's Mushroom Men, the Spore Wars. I want to take an opportunity to point out how nice this case is. It's pre-owned, and the quality of the case is actually super good. Super good. I want to show you this disc. Not that impressive of a disc, but I just like the colour blue that they went with. Basically, Mushroom Men, the Spore Wars, I know that they had another game on the DS. But this is basically a game you go around as a mushroom guy, you craft things you find in the environment. I like it, and I am going to be Let's Playing this because it's an interesting game, and I very much enjoy the thought of it. Next one I got, which is one of Callum's favourite games, is Rayman 3, Hoodlum Havoc. I love the Rayman series, which you'll see in a game that I'm going to show you in a second. I love the Rayman series, it's a very good series. Box art on this is absolutely amazing. Again, something that I'm going to stop saying when I'm going to Let's Play something, because one, that's going to spoil future series, and two, hang on, what the fuck? Why is this in here? Why did I get a £60 wine voucher from here? Why? Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, I'm keeping that £60 wine voucher. Yes, please. If Christmas was any indication, I love my wine. Oh my god, that is hilarious. I didn't even know that was in there. Alright, next one I got was from the Gamecube again. This is Geist. And now essentially, Geist is a game where you play as a ghost. You possess people to go into your environment. I really do like this game. I feel like it's probably one of the most underrated games on the Gamecube. And it's one that not a lot of people know, but I really enjoyed it. That kind of smelt a bit. It's pre-owned. I always smell the booklets because when they're pre-owned, you can kind of tell like how they've been kept. Like if they've been kept in a damp room, they'll smell kind of damp and such. But I'm really excited to show that. Next one, Blob 2. This is a Wii game. A lot of people will know about this game. It's very, very cool. I haven't got that much through the first one. I was originally going to play the first one as a Let's Play. I still am considering it, but I'm not sure anymore because it's going to be a game that's kind of hard to Let's Play. Next one coming up is another wacky platformer, Billy Hatcher. A lot of people will know this. It's by Sonic Team, but it's not crap. So that's a good indication. No box art, though. No booklet, and it's kind of a bit cracked, but that's alright. It's kind of difficult to find this game in hard condition, probably because it's a kid's game. A lot of kids don't take care of their games. When I had this as a kid, I should point out that most of the games, unless I say otherwise, are games that I did have as a kid. Apart from Okami, the Blob 2, and Epic Mickey, and... Okay, I probably said that if I had them as a kid or not. Next one is what I'm so excited about. Now, a lot of people, since I played Metroid Other M, have requested this game, and I found it so difficult to find. I found the third one first for the Wii. I have not found the second one yet for a decent price that I'd be considering buying for because I haven't played either of them yet. But this is the first one in a game series that a lot of people love. Metroid Prime! Yes indeed. I showed this off in a game haul on my vlog channel, so a lot of people will know when I got it. but I think it's day 15. It's called Game Hall. That's the name of the vlog. I like the disc though. The disc is kind of cool. It's simple, but it gets straight to the point, and I really, really like that in a game. I'm skeptical how a first-person Metroid's going to go, because I struggled with Other M, which is third person, and I'm usually better at those games, so I'm not entirely sure. It has to have good mechanics. I haven't really seen anything of Metroid Prime. One of the people I'm subscribed to did do a full Let's Play of it, but I didn't watch it because I wanted to play it myself, so I'll watch that after it's done. Next is from another series that I like, and this was actually really cheap. It was only £1.50. It's Tak and the Guardians of Gross. Basically, the Tak series, again, is another series of platformers. I've got the first and the second. I believe this is the third one. But one thing I found with this, just looking at the back of the case, you can see there's things like play minigames with your friends and perform amazing acrobatic moves. I feel like that's kind of like trying to make it into like a, like a more, not as intense platformer, but more friendly, which I like. I like platformers, and I love this series, so I can't be disappointed. Parent goes free voucher inside. Oh my god! I wonder if that's still, oh my god, it's actually still in here. I wonder if that's still applicable. Oh my god, it might actually be. Oh no, it's valid until the 29th of February 2009. Yeah. I'm not going free anywhere, am I? That would have been awesome though, because it's things like Madden 2 Swords, and that's the only good one. Play THQ! Wow, cool. Never heard of that in my life. Next one is a game that I have not yet played yet, but it's a wacky platformer. And I haven't heard of it, and I've never ever known anyone to mention it, so I can only assume that it's a very obscure game, which is why I got it, because it was only £4.50 when I got it. I was going to get it off Amazon for like £50, which is a lot. But then I decided, you know what, it's £4.50 on another site, and I only have to pay like £2.50 delivery, so it's £6 in comparison to 50 plus like £5 delivery. So it's obvious what I have to do. This is after I discovered the cheaper site, but I got this. It's called Vexx. Now, like I said, I can only assume it's a very obscure game, because I've never ever seen anybody oh lord, I've never ever seen anybody mention it. But it's a game called Vexx. And I'm very, very impressed with the way it looks, actually. I think it's got amazing box art. It kind of reminds me of that mole kid in Spyro A Hero's Tale. It really reminds me of that a lot. Next game I got is from the Gamecube. It's not very impressive. It's The Incredibles, one of my favourite games on the Gamecube. Like I said, I love Pixar and all that accompanies it, and all Disney and stuff. And I really enjoyed this game when it came out on the GameCube. It's a solid game, actually. I would recommend it. And as I was browsing through this, one of my recommended games was The Incredibles 2, which I didn't even know was a thing. So I might order that at some point. Next one is coming from a recent Let's Play. It's a sequel, or a prequel, I guess, to that. Donkey Kong Country Returns. Again, absolutely loving the box art and the disc. Very beautiful. It's very nice, but it's obviously just a copy of the box art. So I wish they didn't do that. I wish they come up with something more original. But I like it. I think it looks very, very, very cool. I'm a big fan of the Donkey Kong Country series. Having played the first three years and years ago. It's basically blind to me at this point. But I actually really enjoyed it. Next one is coming from, I believe this was from THQ? Konami! This is from, oh no, it's from Konami! Oh, this is a controversial video already. It's a good game though, it's called Eledees. Basically, I'm going to be Let's Playing this at some point. What you do is, you go around with your Wii remote like a zapper on the TV, and you have to find these things called Eledees hidden within your house. It's basically, if I had to compare it to any game, I'd say it's probably like Katamari, apart from the fact you don't roll them up, but you do collect things, and you collect certain types of things as you go through to like power yourself. It's a very interesting game. I'd recommend it to anyone. Another interesting game, which is actually released on the PC as well. Now, the way this was released on the PC is they had Game 1, Game 2 as two separate games. However, on the GameCube version of this game, both of those were in one game, and it just made up a more complete story. So this is a game called Neighbours from Hell. This one was ordered from Amazon. I really like this one because it's basically, it's not a platformer, it's more like a puzzle game, but I find that it's probably one of the best puzzle games I've ever played. Essentially what you do is you go around your neighbour's house, you try and find like ways you can bully him, and it's just amazing. It sounds awful, but it's actually so good. Next one is Rayman Origins. Doesn't need much explaining. Beautiful game, beautiful box art, and I love the Rayman series. As I said, I'm a big fan of Rayman Legends, and I want to Let's Play that, but I'm going to Let's Play Rayman Origins first. I don't know whether to do it as a co-op or do it singularly. Apparently it's much easier to play Rayman Legends as a co-op. So I don't know whether to do this single and Rayman Legends as a co-op. This one that I'm going to show is kind of like Pikmin. I don't know much about this game at all, other than the fact I've only ever heard good things, and I know it's a Japanese thing. Kind of like Doshin the Giant, if none of you have heard that. That's a game I've got. I think I've got like 2 copies of that. It's a kind of obscure game that not many people will know, but it's kind of like Pikmin, as in the fact, well, it's not really. It kind of like has the art style of Pikmin, I'd say, but you have to just take on like multiple jobs, from what I understand, and do things throughout the city. It's called Apuna, not Apu. It's Apuna. Again, absolutely beautiful disc. You know what, orange is my favourite colour, so I might be a bit, biased to anything that has orange in it, but I think it's absolutely amazing. I love it. I think it's very beautiful. I'm a big fan of that. Next one coming up is Dewey's Adventure. I don't know much about this game, but it looked fucking adorable. So I'm like, yes, get that. Absolutely get that. The black rain has descended upon the peaceful forest and is up to Dewey, a small droplet of water, to defeat the terrible plague and return beauty to the world. Okay, so it's basically about killing black people. That's what I took from that. Next one is one that I got because a friend of mine Let's Played it. And it's kind of funny, actually. I'm talking about my friend Jordan, who I did the verses with. He Let's Played this game. He actually offered me a copy of this, because I sent him a copy of Metroid Other M, because I accidentally ordered 2 copies of that off Amazon when I got it. He offered me a copy of this, because I sent him that. But I had a copy at the time, and then I didn't. It broke. I don't know what happened with it. But this is Punch-Out Wii. I love this game. It's very cool. I know a lot about it. I don't know whether to Let's Play it or not. At least not at this point. Maybe next year, like at the end of next year. But I'm very excited about it. It's an awesome game. Punch-Out, one of the most well-known video games in history. It's essentially the spin-off, I guess you could call it, or the reimagining of that on the Wii using motion controls. It's very good, and I like it. Guys, I'd like to thank you all for watching if you watched the whole thing. Again, please check out the vlog channel. It is much appreciated if you do, and subscribe if you enjoy what you see. Daily vlog channel videos and additional videos like Q&As, monthly recaps, and other stuff that I may feel the need to put up. So, like I said, there is going to be a drought from here on until the 28th when I start my Pikmin Let's Play. Again, I need your interaction with that. But if you get bored and you want some of my videos, vlog channel, always videos on there. I'll see you all when we start Pikmin, or on the vlog channel if you subscribe. Again, go over to the vlog channel. You need to. I'll see you soon. Goodbye. Goodbye.